Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and I've got a little bit of a different layout setup happening here. I have this insert that I want to use, so it holds a 4x6 photo and then it has another 2 inches down here as a pocket. I intend to put sequins in there. This will be the front facing photo and then this will be the one in the back, so I need to match both of these. I have a lot of green, brown, and gray happening, a little bit of white. So those will probably be the colors I'll choose, maybe with some, maybe gold or something. I'm not sure, but I have to match both of those. I have to make the sequins work for both sides. Then if there's time, I want to insert this brochure because this is where we were. And I want to keep it whole because it has some interesting things on the inside. It gives a history of why the grotto was formed. It's got some lovely pictures. And then on the very inside, it has a full map of the grounds with the major points. And we actually used this. We got a little lost, a little turned around in one area. So we actually had to pull out the map and use it. So that was interesting. So I want to use that. And I have my citrus twist attachers here. So I'll just use one like so to put it in the album. And then on the back, I don't really care about this info. And I have a lovely photo that I want to use instead. And I think what I'm going to do is place it kind of like so. And then I will cover this up probably with some washi, I'm thinking. Or perhaps just a strip of cardstock or something. But I don't really need that. And the photo isn't quite large enough. So I'll get a little creative there. But that is what I am working with to get started today. So it's a little bit of an unusual set of layouts here, but I think I can do it. Because doing the brochure is probably the easier part of this, I think I'm going to do that first. So I've already taken out one of the attachers here. These are self-adhesive, so all I have to do is remove that, kind of stick it on the back here like so, and then it will attach and it will turn quite nicely. So I think I'm going to do that first just to get that done, and then I'll move on from there. I do have to say that when I use these attachment holes here, generally speaking, I do not measure. I just eyeball it. So I do what looks to me to be pretty equal distance top to bottom, and I put it in that way. And the other thing about this is longer than 8 inches. So it certainly is larger than a traditional 6x8 page, but I did hold it up to the album. It will go top to bottom of the outer album part, the green part that I'm using. So I think it'll be okay even when it's standing up. It might get a little wear and tear on the bottom, but I'm totally okay with that. So I'm going to put it in anyway. Okay, so I've put on this part and I just did the photo. So now I need to figure out what I'm going to do here. And I am going to just take this, walk it over to my bin that I have that's all washi tape and figure out, is there something that would match there? I'm thinking maybe one of these blues here just to bring out some further color. I think I have picked out a good washi tape that will go with this. I'm looking at this one. It's much wider than I anticipated, but I do need to make sure that I can cover up this part here. Now, the problem is I don't know how opaque this is. Maybe I'm going to have to do 2 layers because this may show through, but I'm willing to try it. And then I looked at what's probably coming on the next page just to see, like, would it totally clash? Would it be okay? Yes, they're separate, but if I can get them to kind of match, I'll do it. And actually, I think this would be okay. It's a little off from some of the colors, but not hideously so. So I think I'm going to try it. I have applied the washi, and for the most part, it worked well. You can see that a little bit through there, but I don't think I'm going to double up. I think what I will do instead is probably put some kind of an embellishment over here to overlap a little bit. Excuse me. Oh, I've been having such trouble with my voice lately. I'm going to overlap something, and then hopefully the eye will go there, and it'll distract a little bit from what's under here. But I just don't feel like doubling up. I'd have to like match the pattern, otherwise it could look weird, and I think it's better just to leave it. I pulled out my envelope of ephemera stuff that I had, and I looked through there. I don't like anything that's in there, so that's not going to happen. I think I'm going to pull out some of my chipboard that I have that's a little more generic and see if there's something there that would fit. I have all kinds of just sort of more general phrases, so I'm thinking that might be the better way to go here. When I went through my chipboard, I have actually found something a little unexpected. Not a little unexpected, a lot unexpected. I was looking at this set that I have from Citrus Twist, and I like this one that says you are 100% authentic. And I'm sure it was meant to be used perhaps in a different way, but all of these shrines were meant to be what you would see in these countries. So over here, these were more Asian, but this one was Lithuanian. And I really like the look of it. And this is a little more peachy maybe than what I thought I would use, but it's not half bad with the way the sun is hitting the wood here. So I think I'm going to use that one and just overlap it right here at the top. It will cut off a tiny little bit of that, but I'm not concerned about that. And then just kind of, again, eyeballing it pretty much to the middle. There we go. Yeah, like that. And I think the back of this is done. When I was looking through my chipboard for something on the back of this, I actually came across these. I had a whole little baggie full of those, and it's from one set. I believe it's from Freckled Fawn, if I'm not mistaken. And I liked the colors. I was thinking, could I get away with that here? And there's just a little bit of blue in the sky peeking through, but it's enough where I feel like I could work in some blue. Also because there's this little border here. So I'm wondering if maybe I could do one of these like at the top. I also like this one, the fact that it's got kind of an olive green tone happening there. And you can see that sort of in the back of the woods areas. So I could also maybe like do that and stamp something in there, or put a puffy sticker or a die cut or something in there, and then work in the sequins to match whatever I do here. So I'm going to mess around with some of this, see what I like and don't like, and then I'll come back. I have decided to use 2 of the chipboard pieces, and they are the ones that I was looking at previously. So I did a little bit of a switch though. I'm going to use the green on this side and the blue over here, because really this is all the blue peeking out. That brings in more color. Whereas here, I think I have more showing with this, where I can get away with just doing the green. So I will use those, and then I just have to figure out what's going to go in them. Here, it's probably better to stamp a phrase, just given the size that I have to work with. Here, I have more room to play with, so we'll see what happens. For this one, I have actually pulled out this old stamp set from Close to My Heart. It's called Wisdom. I don't remember what year this is from. It might say on the inside, but I'm going to use just this word that says peace. I was looking for something a little bit more travel related, but it was extremely peaceful back there. There really wasn't anybody around us when we were at this particular shrine. So I'm going to use this stamp. I have done my stamping and it came out, came out perfectly. I did use stays on because this is a slick surface and it didn't move or show a weird level of ink or anything. It's just perfect. So that's going to go right there. I did look at the stamp set way down here in tiny, tiny print. It says 2007. Yikes. So I've had this a long time. Didn't realize it was quite that long, but I still use it. So I'm glad I kept it. Are you somebody that keeps your stamps a long time? I have pared down a lot. I used to have tons and tons of stamps because for a while I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Then I also did Close to My Heart. That was years ago, but I have products left. I purged a lot, but I kept the ones I thought I would actually use. So I have a small smattering of things that are not travel related, but I still use them. I did all of my stamping. This one was already done and it's adhered now. And then over here, I decided to use a stamp that says, "Blessed are the curious." Since we were at a shrine from different places and it was religious based, I thought, well, that's appropriate. So I put that on there. Those are both done. They can be added to this, but I won't do that till after the sequins are in there, just to make sure everything goes well. Nothing gets heat on it that shouldn't have it, basically. So really that means my next step is picking out the sequins, which is always very fun for me. I have my stuff out that will help me get my sequin mix ready. This is where I will put things as I mix them, just as a holder. And then I have pulled out 2 sets of my little storage containers here. In this one, it's mostly my greens and blues. I do them in color order. So I have greens and blues in there, which I definitely will need. And then this one, there's a couple of sets of clear. You can kind of see whoops through there. Some clear sequins, and I will need those as well. If I feel like I need gold or brown maybe to bring out some of these tones, I'll grab those later, but for now I'm starting with this. I have my sequin mix ready to go, I think. This is what I have put together. I'm hoping that's enough to fill that. I'll show you the individual colors here. I have these gold discs. They almost look like sunbursts. I did decide it needed a little touch of sparkle and gold, so I threw those in there. And then the other 3 is I have, oh wait, that's not right. I didn't use that one. I have this little bit of brighter green here. And then I have this mix of blue, which I was trying to bring out this, and then that border there. And then, where's my other one that I used? What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. There we go. It's that one, which is kind of a mix of different shades of green, and they actually look like leaves, some of those sequins. Hopefully you can see the shape, which I thought that was really cool for this. Okay, I have what I need to actually do the closing of the pocket. My fuse tool has been heating up the whole time. I've got my little edge piece here to hold this down. And then I just kind of eyeball where I think it should go. You can kind of see, if it's hard to see on camera, that's the edge right there. So this is a little ways in, which I think is good. And then it's just a matter of pressure and a little bit of an angle or tilt to the tool. There we go. And then we'll see if that's a tight enough seal. Looks good. Let's shake it. Yep. It's good. So now I'm going to put in the photos, and this might be done. Okay, I have everything here together. So this is how it will look kind of in the album. It'll actually sit like this. So we'll have that. And then you turn, and the sequins still match this, which is awesome. If you want to open this up, you can, but otherwise you turn, and then this is your back page. And I love that these two actually look good next to each other as well. So here's another one finished for Portland. Thanks for watching.